So we're back with another oddly specific topic, and this is actually a very common question. Can you shoot a horse bow using a 3-finger Mediterranean draw? And the short answer is yes. For those who aren't familiar with the thumb draw and Eastern style shooting, the horse bows or composite bows which you normally see are typically shot with a thumb draw on the right side for a right-handed archer. So a typical shot will look like this. And that therefore begs the question, well, can you put the arrow on the other side and shoot with the finger draw? And like I said before, of course, there's no reason why you can't do so. Remember, these bows are designed to be shot ambidextrously. They're the same on both sides. They can be shot from the right side or the left side, and historically they had to be. For riders or horse archers, you would have to engage targets on your left and targets on your right. So it was fairly common and not unusual to learn to shoot a bow ambidextrously. So if you were to repurpose a bow like this to shoot Mediterranean, there's nothing stopping you from loading the bow as a Western archer and shooting with the finger draw. And same with the Chinese bows, these are designed to be perfectly ambidextrous. So you can use both sides and shoot Mediterranean or thumb draw. And while I don't have a Japanese Yumi to show you, you can shoot a Yumi with a Mediterranean draw. Now at this point, some people will go, whoa, hang on there, you can't do that. In Kyudo, you can only use a thumb draw on the right side. And this is where I really want to point out the distinction between the style and the tool. So if I said that you can shoot with a Mediterranean draw in Kyudo, that would be sacrilegious. But if I said you can use the Yumi or the bow with a finger draw, that's fine. It is physically possible and it can be done. And people who buy these bows might experiment with doing so. It's physically possible. There is no limitation on the bow itself. In this case, this isn't a Yumi, but for any bow, whether it's the Mongolian bow or the Chinese bow or the Korean bow or the Yumi, there is nothing with the bow that stops you from using it with a finger draw. So hypothetically, if you have a European archer who was transported to some Asian country and had to use their bows, they could do so with their own technique and it would be completely fine. So somebody who does use an Asiatic bow or a Yumi and doesn't follow the rules or the style of Kyudo, they can do whatever they want. Now, if I were to suggest that a Kyudoka try to use a Yumi with a Mediterranean draw or shoot it left-handed, no way, that's not what Kyudo is. But if you're not talking about Kyudo or any specific style, then the tool can be used in any way that you want, and the design allows that. I know many of you are interested in other areas of history, so if you look at ancient Greek warfare or ancient Roman warfare, you might ask a similar question. Can you use the shield in the right hand and the spear or the gladius in the left hand? And of course you can. There's nothing but a shield or a spear that necessarily prevents it from being used in the opposite hand. The reason why you always see shield left and spear or sword in right hand is mostly because of formation fighting. The majority of people were right-handed, and therefore the formations adopted to using shield left, spear right. That doesn't prevent you from using in the opposite hand. So while you might not do so as part of your training or as part of your technique or style, it doesn't prevent you from doing so. So in short, if you're not following the style and what it tells you to do, then you can do whatever you want. These bows are ambidextrous. They can be shot from either side, with either hand, with either draw technique. So if you want to get one of these bows or someone hands you this bow and you don't know how to shoot thumb draw, that's okay. Shoot Mediterranean, you'll be fine. Have fun with your bow. Anyway, this is NUSensei. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.